Let's be honest, there's no guidebook when it comes to relationships. So we end up having to stumble through life trying to figure things out for ourselves. What if there was a podcast that found the answers for you, that provided insight to build a successful relationship and ultimately find the companionship you've always hoped for? Welcome to the Girls Ask Guys show, where we answer the questions most people are afraid to ask when it comes to lessons in life and love. It's time to master this thing called life together with your hosts, John and Ashley.
And welcome back to the Girls Ask Guys show, where we are your dating, relationship, apparently sickness experts, and everything in between. Did you miss us? That is the number one question.
Yeah, because apparently Ashley got sick and talking to her via the internet. Somehow the virus made it through the wires and a couple thousand miles, and I got it. Science, there's a thing for you. It's virus transferable through the internet.
There we go. Look at us.
Yeah.
We have just discovered a new mode of virus transmission, and it turns out it's just literally a voice message.
Yeah, via the internet. If it's on the internet, it's got to be true. There you go. But
today we have a show that is just, you guys know we've talked about some weirdos before, but I think since this is just the 10 minutes today, we're going to just take 10 minutes and kind of describe this man for you and how creepy and how weird and how unnecessary he is.
Yeah, this guy, Ashley told me about him a couple weeks ago when we were supposed to bring this show to you, but you can't do audio if you have no voice.
Yep.
So I took some time. Not only did I work on the website, hopefully we'll have it up for you here shortly. You'll start seeing some changes coming. But I started watching this guy's videos, and I could not make it through the videos. Literally, some of his shows or his videos are like 10 minutes long. I can literally get through maybe a minute and a half, and I want to punch the screen.
It's rough.
Yeah. This guy is seriously screwed up in the head and then some.
We reached out to a lot of people, and to see this guy, I'm like, oh my gosh, John, you don't get it. This guy's the freakiest person ever. He's not only like a MGTOW, because I'm pretty sure he is. I don't think he's declared it. But he's also like a stalker. Ugh.
He's a stalker of underage girls.
Yeah.
Admittedly, underage girls. He likes, according to him, 14 years and younger.
Ugh.
And he was arrested in Los Angeles, California. He is a registered pedophile, so there's no mistaking that.
Nope.
And he was, what was it? He moved to a neighborhood, and the neighbors kicked him out. They made it life so rough for him because the Los Angeles Sheriff's Office had him on their radar, but he hadn't actually broken any laws, so they really couldn't do anything. But he was going around and recording kids at the playground, and then he would approach them and talk to them about sex.
Children, mind you, this is children.
Yes. 14 years of age and younger. Now, I've read enough of his stuff. I've watched enough of his videos, the ones that I could actually tolerate. This guy has either read a book or watched enough videos or did something where he has enough knowledge about the pickup artist industry that he's trying to use that stuff. Luckily, he hasn't figured it out.
Right. Because you know what's funny? He uses things wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Or he uses them in a way to manipulate. He uses those words that he learns and he manipulates people into thinking he's this really stand-up guy when really he's just a freaking weirdo. There's even a video of him, like, attacking a homeless man.
Yeah, he actually got arrested for that one.
Yeah.
Because not only did he attack a homeless man and repeatedly kicked him, but he was recording the entire thing, and then he posts it to YouTube. By the way, his YouTube channel no longer exists. YouTube took him down. Yeah, they terminated him. Along with all of his videos, he is now using another video hosting site, and he just uploaded everything. I was like, dude, that's the video you got arrested for, and you just reposted it? Okay, there's some kind of mental instability there, but
I hope he's, like, mentally ill, because if he's not mentally ill, there's something severely wrong with our psychiatric unit, because the guy's freaking nuts. And the problem with the homeless attack I saw was he was repeatedly saying, this guy tried to punch me, this guy tried to punch me. But when you watch the video, the guy doesn't even come close enough to hit him.
Yeah, he doesn't. There was like no furtive movement to even indicate
Right.
that he's trying to attack him.
Just for no reason.
It was something that he made up in his mind, and he just went with it. But this guy right here, and we'll get more into this on Thursday, this guy right here is the type of person I do not want to get a hold of what we teach. And this is why I'm very careful about the people that we teach. Actually, I was working with a guy the other day, and it didn't matter what I said. He always had to come back for as to why it wouldn't work. And then I was like, you haven't defined who you want. And then he gave me this huge friggin' list. And I was just like, you don't need a coach. You need a miracle worker.
You need a therapist, some people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't, relationships should be the least of your freaking worries at this point.
Well, I ended up firing him. I was like, I'm not working with you.
Yeah.
Your goals and your outlook and your visions are totally unrealistic. I'm not working with you. There's a difference between a coach and a therapist.
Mm-hmm.
Coaches, we work with goals. Therapists work on trying to figure out why something happened, and then you go from there and work your way through it. Yes, we are interested in the past because that helps us figure out this is where you are, this is where you want to be, so let's change the direction a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not going to sit there and tell you, you need to go here, you need to wear this, you have to say this, you have to act this way, and when this happens, you need to do this.
Exactly.
That's not coaching.
No, that's mothering, actually. It's not like parenting. And that's the thing. If you aren't ready for a relationship of that sort, a serious relationship, even a friendship or some sort of social engagement, you need therapy. And I think seeing him really hits home the fact that there are some people who are going to want to work with us, and we have to say no because we cannot allow you to use our methods and do creepy shit like stalk children on playgrounds or try and talk to kids about sex and then try and justify it. It's fucking weird.
Or sit there and follow some random woman down the street, and within 15 seconds, I love you.
And then she runs. Did you see that? Yeah, you saw that one. She fucking ran.
And he was like, can I get your number? What?
Fuck.
And then to come to find out, he doesn't even own a phone.
He's on food stamps and shit. It's not a dig to anybody. Everybody needs help every so often. What I mean is his life is so far from put together that the fact that he's walking around with this creepy video camera, stalking women, honestly, to me, he's really trying to ignore the actual reality of his life.
Yes. And his outlook on women itself is totally screwed up. And I might get into it a little bit on Thursday because it kind of dovetails off of this guy. But it's another person that I had a huge debate with because his total outlook is totally fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a victim mentality. The reason he doesn't have a woman, or the reason that you can't go out with women, period, is because every single one of them is a manipulator.
Right. It's not because you're socially inept and fucking weird. It's because women are manipulators.
Let's just take a city, any city, 150,000 women. Yes, every single one of those 150,000 women are straight up manipulators. There's nothing wrong with you.
Every single one. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Nothing. I love that. I love the fact that people cannot acknowledge that, hey, maybe it's me.
Yeah.
And like when you say stuff like that, they're like, no, women are terrible. And I mean, there's some women like that too, of course. But it's like, what happened? You know what I mean? Like, where did life go wrong for you that you are convinced every woman is trying to, like, either A, you know, they always say, oh, women are gold diggers, or B, they're all just liars and cheaters. And I'm like, oh my God, you've been in some rough relationships. You need therapy. We can't help you.
Oh, yeah. He's got, let's see. See if I can find just one of his postings because this guy is, oh my God.
They're batshit, dude. Those fucking MGTOW guys are fucking batshit. And it's like,
this guy is even worse than that because he's actually putting this stuff out there as if it's actual fact.
Right.
The thing that gets me is that people are actually buying his crap.
Yep. Is it over? Are we over 10 minutes yet? before we get
11
too
minutes,
into
50
this?
seconds.
Okay, just before, make sure that we're telling everybody, listen, guys, as you can see, we're very passionate about this.
Yeah.
You're not going to want to miss Thursday's show because John clearly has somebody who he knows, or not knows, but he's been in debates with that has the same mentality of the same guy we're talking about. We'll actually tell you his name on Thursday.
Yes. The guy that I'm in a debate with is using a handle.
Oh, no, the guy yeah.
But anyways, he's something else. And then there's this guy, the other one, that wants to actually marry a 13-year-old kid.
Oh my God, that is just unfucking called for.
What I can't get is, how the hell does he actually have a following? It's small. Luckily, it's like lower double digits, but still, people are following this stuff.
People are fucking weird, man. Like, when they see shit like that, it's like, I'll get into this more on Thursday. Because there are plenty of train wrecks out there, but people follow train wrecks. And the problem is that some people are receptive of that shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, this makes a lot of sense.
Unfortunately, yes. But with that, we'll leave you guys here, and we will talk to you Thursday. It's a show you're not going to want to miss, because that's going to be a train wreck of a show talking about a train wreck.
Basically.
And we will talk to you on the next one.
That's all for this episode of the Girls Ask Guys show, where all of us learn to master this thing called life together. For more answers to your questions on life and love, be sure to subscribe to the show so you don't miss a single episode. And head to girlsaskguyshow.com to submit your questions for a future episode or apply to be a guest on the show. Good luck out there, and we'll catch you next time, right here on the Girls Ask Guys show.